Welcome back to GameOn 2017 League of Legends Championship, and now we're waiting for the game 3, the game decider from Team Singularity and Team Gameplay DNA. Both teams are ready. Both teams show that they are confident to show the early game aggression. And for the last game, I was really excited to see Divider on the early game aggression junglers. So I'm expecting him to repeat the strategy. And what goes for Team Singularity? They have to shuffle their cards. They have to pull something new.
And actually, Gameplay DNA managed to take the win faster than Team Singularity, and they're going into the game on the red side.
Yeah, so they chose the side, and they decided to go for the red side, because on the red side, it's way better for the champions. Like, you have the last picks, you have the third ban, and you can have the winning lanes. And it's really favorable.
And I think Gameplay DNA prefers that, because they have flex picks, they have players who can play different champions, they used to play different roles. For example, Nofus was playing support, Nofus was playing top lane, AD.
And the same for STI.
ZTY was playing mid, AD, top.
And now he pulled Cassiopeia to the top lane. Nobody expected that. I did not expect that. I was following Team Gameplay DNA for a while. I've been playing against them. I've been doing research against the team, and I did not expect Cassiopeia to be in the top lane. That was a perfect flex pick. They actually baited Croxon to go for Orianna, then picked the Fizz. That was so well done on the homework, and I'm thinking that Fizz might not be open this game. It's probably going to get banned, because Croxon, even though he's challenger in the solo queue in Europe West server, he was facing a hell of a lot of troubles in the mid lane against Fizz.
And that's why Domas is known for his Fizz. He puts his gameplay into next gear when he plays his champion.
Yeah, it's similar to Westdoor from the China League. Yeah.
Twisted Fate?
No, Westdoor.
Yeah.
He's playing Fizz as well. He's like, whenever Fizz is open, he solo carries the game. And it basically the same happened, but the Divider was on the sides, and he was providing early game damage. And what goes for Fizinity, he was actually slacking some aiming points in the bottom 1v1, even though he was performing well, not dying, not getting early pressure against Orianna in that difficult matchup before level 6. But what happened in the mid game, he was not that useful with the Fizz in the team fights, even though in the 1v1 he was facing some troubles against Croxon.
Yeah, but I think in the end, it worked out because they were just so ahead. He only had to follow his team and just roll Team Singularity. Plus, you don't really have to hit all the fishes, let's say, because it's not an easy skill shot to hit when the enemy mid laner is pretty good at dodging skills as well. Plus, he had heal, flash, and whatnot. Orianna is good with the speed from her W. So it's quite alright to miss the fishes as long as you stay alive. But when you start diving, when you miss your ultimate, you don't hit your E, then it's a problem, because you might get outplayed, you might die, you might lose out the experience lead, the gold as well. So they just have to play it calmly. If they get a lead, just need to move gradually and win the game.
Yeah. And even though it looked like the champion select was really well done, as we mentioned before, the Cassiopeia and Fizz flex, that was really nice. But I think that Fizz wasn't that big of a problem, because Ezreal was creating lots of pressure in all the lanes. As you mentioned in the game, he managed to pick up 3 kills from top lane, mid lane, and bot lane in 1 minute. And he's the one jungler, one guy, picks up 3 kills from 3 different lanes. That's just insane.
That's actually insane. That's why I was astonished by the gameplay. His ultimates are on point. Ganks are perfect. Well,
the top lane gank in the early game wasn't really that good. He forced him to back away, but he missed his Q. If the Q would have landed, maybe he would have forced the flash, maybe he would have forced something else. But
it was a gamble gank anyways, because if you manage to pull it off, then Kayle is screwed. But he didn't manage to pull it off, but he got the enemy jungle, he got the Grom, if I recall correctly, and he just backed after that. So it's not a big problem if he just, tries the ganks. Not all of them work out, but when you're playing Ezreal, you can just gank constantly, non-stop, so it's not a problem.
Yeah, exactly, and he was doing it, and he was doing it successfully. So I'm expecting Team Singularity actually to ban those early aggression champions from Team Gameplay DNA. We're probably going to see Ezreal in the ban list, Fizz probably in the ban list as well, and maybe Team Singularity going for some early aggression as well, because now what they're doing, they're going for the scaling champions, they're going for Orianna, they're going for Zac. Zac is just is necessary to get to level 4. Before level 4, you're not even able to gank anything.
Yeah, sure, and maybe they were going to opt out for trying to shut down someone different, maybe Divider, because ZTY, they were trying to shut him down. First game it worked.
4 bans on STY, and
but
it didn't work out.
Is it actually worth it?
Exactly.
That's the question. Is it more worth it to ban out any other player, maybe the jungler or the AD carry?
Yeah, now we're going for a dual video just in a second, and we're probably getting into game just in a moment after that.
Yeah.
So stay tuned.
And welcome back to GameOn 2017 finals, when we have Gameplay DNA versus Team Singularity. 1-1 right now, going in for the battle, for Game 3, for the champion title.
So make some noise for both of the teams, and especially for Gameplay DNA. They're the Lithuanian teams, and we have to cheer for them. And there's no noise from the audience. Come on, 1, 2, 3. The Gameplay DNA, woo! There we go, that's much better. That's what I call playing from the home stage. I actually support Team Singularity, but come on, that's Lithuanian team. I have to cheer for them. What are the expectations for the third game?
I'm interested if Team Singularity acknowledges that it's a problem to leave that many carry champions to Gameplay DNA. Maybe it's worth it to ban out different players.
Oh, look at that, what we're having. That's an Ezreal ban going straight away.
Straight away, Ezreal ban. They're acknowledging that Divider is phenomenal on the champion. And a Fizz ban right now. 2 champions from the last game.
Yeah, paying respect from those aggressive champions. Team Singularity, they want Team Gameplay DNA to go back to Cinderhole, to go back to those scaling champions, because Team Singularity, as we saw, they're really phenomenally good at the team fighting. But what goes for the comfort picks, Team Gameplay DNA just steps up and shows phenomenal performance.
And now 3 champions banned from the last game. So is Team Singularity just trying to ban out the whole composition of Gameplay DNAs? And we're seeing Tristana actually banned out by Gameplay DNA. So we still have certain champions. Oh, and actually a Cassiopeia first pick coming in from Team Singularity. So Croxton was comfortable in the first game on that Cassiopeia with the scale. And he just picks it up right away.
Following it up with Rakan for Team Gameplay DNA, they have been picking it up over and over again. Even in the qualifiers, they're picking it up again on the stage for the finals. Pulse is really comfortable on that champion, and they might be going for Xayah Rakan bot lane again.
No, Xayah is actually banned, so they're not able to do that. So they're going actually for a Kalista. Very interesting. Going for that early aggression in the bottom lane when the Ezreal is already banned. So what are you going to choose for the jungle? Are they going to go for something aggressive, maybe Nidalee, or they're going to opt out for the Zac or Gragas in the jungle?
Yeah, Kayle is still open for Kerberos, even though last game was not that successful as he would expect. But now Ezreal and Nidalee, not Nidalee, the Fizz is banned, so they might actually defend themselves from the early aggression, and Kayle might still show up in this game.
And actually, we're seeing
Kog'Maw and
Alistar. Alistar with Kog'Maw.
That's a strong lane. Actually, they're still thinking about the Alistar, but that might be it. They're wondering about...
Actually, Kog'Maw, Cassiopeia, that's already looking for a scaling team comp yet again from Team Singularity. Yeah,
but not taking Ardent support with Kog'Maw might be trouble, but actually they're picking Alistar just to... Yeah, actually, they did have a choice because Rakan was already picked, so they're not stealing the Alistar from Kalista. They're just picking it up because they like it.
There was Lulu open, but they didn't pick Lulu. That's a very interesting situation right here. Lulu was open, but they opt out for the Alistar. So they might be going for that Kayle top, or they might be going for a supportive jungler.
Oh, that could be a Lulu jungle, because what you saw in the...
No, for example, Ivern.
Or Lulu. We saw Lulu, what happened in the KT. I think that was KT, or the other team in the LCK scene. They picked up Lulu in the jungle. It worked out perfectly, and it was the deciding game as well. It was game 5. They picked up the Lulu jungle. It could be it. They might have been practicing, because not taking Ardents with Kog'Maw is really risky, especially in this current meta where Ardents is extremely valuable.
And we're seeing, is it Arnox switching up with Doma as the coach playing for Gameplay DNA, because Jace is picked in the mid lane.
Now it's probably going to be top because STY, as we mentioned before, he's playing those carry champions and Jace was banned over and over again. Now he has the opportunity to finally pick that up in the top lane. It still could be a flex one, so let's stay tuned what's going to happen next in Champions League.
Yeah, and I think Gameplay DNA are really well with those versatile, comfortable picks in order to switch out throughout the lanes. Thomas is able to play champion. ZTY has a really large champion pool, and we're seeing actually Darius and Camille banned in the top lane, so safe to say, I think that Jace is going to go to the top lane.
And when you're banning those champions, you're actually forcing the Kerberos to go for a tank or maybe to go for a kill this time. It's not that risky, to be honest. Going for the kill, she has a little bit of slacking early game, and Jace can just demolish the lane if he has an early game jungler. So actually, they have to see the jungler first. Maybe they have to show the mid lane now, but that's not going to be the case because they have to keep the Jace on the flex one.
And we're seeing Orianna and Syndra banned out, so we're having
yeah, that is
Jarvan.
the jungler. Oh, and it's still flexing.
Yes, it's still flex. Jace, Jarvan, still flex picks, so Team Singularity are not sure who's going to go where, and Gameplay DNA has the last pick.
They have enough room to pick a jungler, they have enough room to pick an AP carry, they have enough room to pick anything else they want.
And so really well done in the champion select from Gameplay DNA.
So far.
So far, yes, they've played perfect, and I think they're hovering Renekton, thinking about a strong top lane that would be able to face any champion. But who's it going to be for the last champion in the top lane by Kerberos? He could opt out for the kill with Ardens.
Now there goes the Renekton, the early aggression from Team Singularity as well. Going for probably going to be a kill, Renekton versus Jace, and no, it could be Victor. Domus is known for his Victor in the mid lane.
And it's a Victor in the mid lane.
Oh, he locks it in already.
It's locked in, it's locked and settled. So we have Jace in the top lane, Jarvan in the jungle, and Victor in the mid lane. How about that?
Yeah, it's actually really good because the Jace has the early pressure. Shifter has enough has enough tools to make some early ganks with the Croxen ganks, with the Xmatic ganks, with the Caesar ganks. They can, Shifter can rotate with the mobility boost because it's the Alistar. Whenever he leaves lane, he creates lots of pressure over the map.
And I'm not sure if Rakan and Kalista are going to be able to dive Kog'Maw straight up. So guys, we're having Domas on Victor, Croxen yet again on Cassiopeia. We're seeing some different things. ZTY going for Jace.
And fans are excited for Team Gameplay DNA, I suppose. The Lithuanian teams have enough fans to cheer them up. And actually, yeah, I am excited for the Victor. I mentioned before that Domas is playing lots of Fizz and he was known for his one-tricking on the champion. But after that, he had a phase when he was playing Victor only. So he's kind of a two-trick pony from my eyes, and his other champions are mediocre. We saw what happened with the Corki, but now he's on the comfortable champion again, and I think that without any further ado, we're kicking into straight champion select. The game
itself, yeah, and we're seeing...
I did not expect a game 3, to be honest, so that's why I'm joking already.
It was not scripted, guys.
Yeah, it's not scripted. Everything's unique.
Unique, and we're seeing DNA going together for the first time.
Not going for that safe early game. But
what's going to happen?
And Alistar is already for the vision, dropping in the flag. Kog'Maw is already for the information. And actually, now Team Singularity, they have enough time to put some wards in the topside jungle. Meanwhile, Gameplay DNA, they have to realize that the vision has been set from both teams. They have the vision on the Braves. They might be having some vision on the Golems because Team Gameplay DNA, they have no clue where the wards have been put.
And we're seeing Matty on Pugma. Fancy skin, dog in the bot lane, and is it going to work out? They're playing Kog'Maw with Alistar. Not a perfect combination, but a bearable one. It's possible to play, but it's really hard because you're going to get poked out by Kalista. Rakan constantly providing the CC, and if Jarvan ganks, you're pretty much a dead meat.
Yeah, but actually, Pulsa's going in for Ignite. He's opting for that early aggression, even though Kog'Maw has a Doran shield for extra sustain, but you cannot forget it's Kalista and it's Nofer on that champion. He's able to play aggressively, and he actually might provide some early aggression in the bot lane. Now we're seeing that both teams are starting in the bot side. Team Gameplay, they have enough vision, they have the information that Zac is starting on the Brave, so probably it's going to be easy to predict the path. Zac is not going to create anything new right here.
Well, the thing is, when you're playing Rakan with Ignite, you're going for the aggression. It's not really much you can do with Exhaust when they're playing against the Kog'Maw. Really huge range with the W.
Look what Divider is doing right now. Sorry to interrupt you, but Divider is going for an early cheese. He's actually trying to steal that red buff away. We're probably going to see some action. Alistar is going to help. There is no blasting plant right there. Divider might be going a little bit too deep. Actually, the plant appears just in time, and Flag and drag over the wall. X-Mapping is forced to flash away. Now Croxen might be in trouble.
And now Domas is putting up aggression on Croxen, and now what a bad situation for Singularity's bottom lane. 2 flashes down already. So crucial.
No potions on Croxen. He has the heal. He's going for aggressive trade, or even though he has no potions, he realizes that he has to play aggressively. He is playing that Cassiopeia into Victor. And now, even though he didn't get the red buff, I'm talking about the Divider, even though he didn't get the red buff, they still managed to get 2 flashes from the bottom lane.
Yeah, it's true, and Divider is just doing his red buff right now, but he's gonna be able to match Zac. So what's gonna happen right now? ZTY is either, he can choose 2 things. He can just stay in the lane in the middle, or no, he's actually forcing the lane to pretty much even out, but what he could have done is forced him, but Croxen now is in trouble. He still has
oh, nice! Flag and drag actually knocks up the Croxen. There's a first blood for Divider again.
And that's why you don't flash in a linear line. You have to flash to the side, guys. Just like Trash, you have to flash to the side. And now ZTY is going aggressive on Kerberos.
Kerberos is actually in trouble. He still has his flash. The last auto attack is not there, but he forces the flash. And STY providing the early aggression in the top lane. Actually, gameplay DNA showing up and stepping up with the ganks already. Divider throwing so much pressure. He forced 2 flashes from the bot lane. He ganked the mid lane. 2 summoners down already. And when you're playing Cassiopeia, you have no boots. Your movement speed in the early game is really low. So Jarvan is just going to repeat ganks in the mid lane over and over again. That's going to be so difficult for Croxen to survive. Knockup does not connect. Shifter might be in trouble. He's forced to dash away. And not much is happening in the bot lane right now.
Yeah, but now aggression from Nofer. He gets some damage onto Maddie. He's forced to use the potion. Nofer uses his own as well. But we're seeing Zac in the mid lane now. He has to cover for the Cassiopeia. Victor is quite strong right now, going in for the boost, having that extra mobility versus Cassiopeia. But is Zac gonna opt out for the bottom lane gang? In gameplay DNA, they don't have any wards in the bottom lane. They're going aggressive versus Singularity's bottom lane.
Zac is there over the wall. There's 2 versus 3 situation. DNA might be in trouble. The knockup connects, and the Nofer is in trouble. Caesar picks up another kill.
And they're doing aggressive plays when they have no vision. And top lane was cleared by Zac. So a misplay from gameplay DNA now. Bottom lane is on the push, and it says they're gonna go for the dive. They're going for the dive on Rakan, and his pulse is gonna survive. No, he dies to Maddie, and Maddie picks up the kill.
Getting that early advantage for Kog'Maw is gonna be really huge and difficult to handle when it gets to later stages of the game. Croxen doesn't have the summoners, but still playing aggressive against Domas. Jarvan is already there in the mid lane. He's playing towards the bot side. But actually, Victor could be flashing in. He could go aggressive. He has a Thunderlord.
But I think Croxen is going back to the base. He knows his team is ahead on bottom lane. He doesn't have to do much. He just has to survive. And he's doing well on the CS part. He just goes back to the base, picks up a null magic mantle, just extra MR versus that Victor aggression. But we're seeing top lane, ZTY going for double Dorans. But actually, the lane has evened out, even though they don't have flash. Divider hasn't been ganking for the past couple of minutes. They lost the pressure, but is he gonna try to do the gank on the mid lane right now?
He went for the green smite, so now he has lots of vision. But what we're seeing on Zac as well, he went for the green smite too. So they have lots of vision. It's really difficult to gank the mid lane or top lane because there's vision basically every bush. So it's gonna be difficult for them. He has to get the red smite because now he's playing with the yellow trinket.
And actually, Croxen made a mistake. He placed the vision ward not in the bush.
Oh, was it?
Yes, so his pink ward is actually just standing there without any useful purpose.
Oh, okay. I guess that's a mistake when you're playing on stage. That happens.
Happens, but it's really crucial because now his left side has to be covered by Zac, places 2 wards, and his right side actually is now exposed.
And Alistar, as I mentioned before, picking up those early mobility boots. It's only 6 minutes into the game. He's already opting for those roams, leaving Kog'Maw alone. But Kog'Maw, he's playing with Ninja Tabbies. He has the Doran shield. It's so easy for him to survive. And now Shifter suspects that there might be someone in the bush. Actually, he's baiting the gank, but double knock-up goes. And Alistar has to flash away over the wall. Forces the flash from Alistar. Ignite might not be the best choice right there, but not having a flash on Alistar just basically neglects the map purpose and his mobility boot purpose as well.
And now the red buff is exposed of Zax, because Divider is going to go for the blue buff and straight to the red buff. But is Domas respecting the gank? No, he's forced to flash, respecting the Zac ganks. And actually, top lane evened out right now, even though ZTY had that really nice lead early on. He's letting low on mana, and Kerberos is able to sustain throughout the lane. Now ZTY is gonna... Is he gonna go back? He should go back because he knows Zac is top side on the map. And he's not probably gonna be able to survive if he does gank. The red buffs is already up from Zac, but he opts out for the top lane gank, and now it might be a big trouble for ZTY. Kerberos is already going in. ZTY doesn't have any mana, and Zac is already top lane.
Jumping over the wall, the knock-up does not connect, slow does not connect as well. Scissor still has his flash, still has his ultimate. Scissor's trying to do his best, but ZTI is just flashing away from that.
And as I said, ZTY had to back there. He saw that Zac was ganking from the top side. Thomas was forced to flash. Now they have no flashes on their both solo lanes. It's very crucial. Now, but what can happen is they might try to go for the Divider gank on Proxen.
Ooh,
very nice ultimate on Rakan. No, they're just backing off, just forcing out the ultimate. And now Alistar is roaming into the mid lane. Zac is coming in for the top side. What's going to happen?
Pulthus might be in trouble. Knock-up is there. Pulthus is already low. Is he going down? That's another kill for Proxen. He's already 1-1. Divider is forced to flash away. Still has the flag and drag. Might be looking for a re-engage. But that's just a free kill for Team Singularity over there. A nice knock-up by Caesar, but it's not going to translate to anything more.
So really well played by Team Singularity, opting out for that whole map pressure. And actually, the Rakan is trying to do so much, but he just forgets his bottom lane. And it's really important to win the lane with Kalista. And now they're in a big trouble because Kog'Maw had all this free time to free farm. Kalista is going for a sustain item. She won't have a lot of damage. Kog'Maw is gonna go to base, pick up some items. Caesar sitting on that 1 kill, 1 assist, farming out the jungle for free, out-farming Divider by 12 CS already.
And his Raves is up, and he's really, like, when you're playing Zac, and when you have the opportunity to farm those jungle camps so easily and so freely, and nobody is invading you, like last game, Ezreal. So that's going to be a really difficult mid and late game stage for Team Gameplay DNA, because they're just letting the Kog'Maw to snowball, they're letting Zac to pick up those camps, pick up them freely, not invading him. That's going to be really difficult for them.
And now it's going to be a problem for Zac as well, because he has, not for Zac actually, for Jace, sorry, he will have some problems facing those two champions, Alistar, Kog'Maw. If he gets ganked by Zac, he doesn't have flash, he's going to be forced to either back off, or we're going to see the situation that happened in Game 1 when he dies and they lose the towers.
Yeah,
in their
but maybe
lane.
he just learned from his mistakes. He's backing off. He's actually asking Divider to come to that top lane, and Zac is making a map pressure mistake right now. He went for the golems, he didn't go for the recall and went to the top lane. So now they're slacking and giving those minions away for STI, while it's happening the same in the bot lane. Actually, Croxen might be getting in trouble because Pulthus is there, but Miasma is there blocking the path for Pulthus. He has the flash, but just not committing for the gank.
And now they're opting out for Rakan, Kalista in the mid lane, while Divider is trying to provide pressure for the top lane, but really interesting movement. The Renekton is pushing really hard. He has the teleport. ZTY going in for the combo. Divider doesn't connect.
Oh, nice knock by Shifter. Actually, they're turning around because Caesar is already there. Kerberos did the teleport. Shifter is already there. ZTI is going down. Thomas is trying to survive, pops the heal, but that doesn't help him. He's trying to get away. Now the re-engage. Nice Divider kill with the GameOn ultimate. Now he's left alone. 1 versus 3. Nice knock-up by Caesar, and now he actually might be ulted by Kalista, but that doesn't help. Croxen might be in trouble. He still has no ultimate. Cooldown is there. Double kill for Kog'Maw already. Oh, and the failed flash. Actually, he was trying to get the triple kill, but the flash straight into the wall. did not end up well, but actually Team Singularity coming up with a huge advantage over that.
And it was pure misplay by DNA. ZTY had no mana. They saw Renekton pushing into the bot lane. They had to have the information that Renekton has teleport. Caesar, as we said, the Zac can do ganks from all around the corners, and that's what happened. Zac just pulling in from the down, and now Pulsas is in trouble. He's gonna die. Croxen getting caught in his own jungle. Caesar with Croxen picking up another kill, and a top lane tower dies to Xmatty. I think.
A game looks really difficult, yeah. And the camera looks really difficult.
And actually, yes, they pick up the tower in the top lane, and now ZTY will have some trouble facing that Kerberos. I think ZTY had to go for that Blade of the Ruin King build, because now Renekton is just going to out-sustain him and out-poke him, constantly going in, and ZTY won't have enough sustain throughout the 1 versus 1 phase.
And looking up at the Kog'Maw, it's only the 12 minutes into the game. He has the Blade of the Ruin King finished. He's 3-0 on the Kog'Maw in the early game, and that's going to be so difficult for Team Gameplay DNA to shut him down. They have the Alistar, they have the Zac, they have so much tools to peel that Kog'Maw, peel everything from him away.
Plus, we know Victor scales really well into the lane grid, but so does Cassiopeia, and now Cassiopeia has a Negatron Cloak coming into the lane, has 2 mana items, scaling up, you know, slowly getting there. But what's gonna happen, Caesar is 205. He's gonna get those items real fast. Divider went for a Cinder Hulk build as well, so he doesn't have a lot of damage. He only provides the C. So I'm really concerned. Is Gameplay DNA gonna have enough damage for the actual team fights when it gets to it?
Especially when Kalista falls down in the early game. They were trying to opt for a winning lane in the bottom, because even though they picked up the Alistar, they should have gone for a more aggressive path from the jungler. Divider was investing time to the mid lane to get some advantage for Domas, but what we saw that Alistar having no flash, Kog'Maw having no flash, didn't give any advantage for DNA's bottom lane.
It's true, and now complete jungle control coming in from Singularity, and now Renekton going aggressive on ZTY. ZTY is forced to use that E, but as I said, he just gets poked out by Kerberos, because Kerberos has the Ninja Tabi, and now ZTY is half HP, and a nice engage by Shift there.
Domas is forced to flash away. He's trying to knock back Domas, but well, Domas has his ability to clear the waves with his laser. Is that going to be enough? Because Herald is already there, half of the HP of the mid lane turret. It goes down immediately. 15 minutes into the game, opening the map just wide for Team Singularity.
And now we're seeing more aggression with the Herald going in for the second tower. And is DNA gonna fight? No, Domas just uses the ultimate to try and clear the wave. Forced him back, and the tower only gets to half HP, but plus Caesar gets another camp. And that's what is really tilting when you're playing the jungle, when your jungle gets completely cleared and you don't have anywhere to farm.
Well, it shouldn't be as a Jarvan, because he, as you mentioned before, he is not going for a D Jarvan. He's not going for that early, the aggression throughout the game. He's not going for a one-shot Jarvan. He's going for the Cinder Hulk, gonna be the tank, the slow and the knock-up provider.
He's gonna rely for his team to make the plays. We saw last game when the team was relying on him, he provided. But is his team gonna provide for him? That's the question.
Yeah, he has the crowd control, he is ahead, but the problem is those 2 kills. Gameplay DNA has only 2 kills, and those 2 kills are on the tank. The only tank on Team Gameplay DNA's team. And the question is, as you mentioned, are they gonna have enough damage?
And we're seeing Jace opting out for the Black Weavers soon, but Renekton already finished his. Jansis Ninja Tabi has the pressure from Caesar, so it's really hard for ZTY to actually push out the lane. He's only forced into a position where he defends, so...
Actually, Alistar did not show him himself. Oh, now that he did. They're opting for the Drake right now. It's a Clown Drake, so nobody wants to keep it up with that. Nobody wants to sacrifice them lives.
But let's see. Rakan actually having a bit of a trouble getting those items. We see Alistar actually finishing his support item, getting real tanky. But Rakan is level 7, doesn't have any items, and he's... I think if he jumps into the fight, he's just gonna get bursted down real fast.
Team Singularity going for that Cloud Drake. They have nothing else to do. It's just too early in the game. They have the lead. They have a 7,000 lead in minute 16. That's just huge. And but now it's just way too early for that lead. They can't force anything. Now they're going for Kalista. Nofer is actually might be getting in trouble. He's forced to flash away, and he's there in the safety. But they have the scissor. They have the flash on Croxen. Surviving those fights as Kalista is going to be so difficult without that flash.
It's true. Now Caesar coming in on Kalista. And it's Kalista getting into the fight. Now she's dead. Teleport coming in from ZTY. He jumps in on Bowser with Alistair so tanky. Caesar re-engaging yet again. Divider getting hit by Croxen, and now Caesar is still tanking the towers so long. Victor does a lot of damage, but it's not quite enough to get Caesar down. And actually a really ballsy dive from Singularity. Tanking the towers for so long, yet getting the kill and backing off.
And it looked so predictable. They forced the flash from Kalista. Just a few moments after that, they forced the engage under the turret to get the kill, and they might be going for the turret right there.
Ah, but it's Victor.
Yeah, the Victor wave clear is really hard to handle. You either have to dive, but the problem is the team gameplay they have the wave clear, but Team Singularity, they have enough tools to just say, well, we don't really care about your wave clear, we can just dive you. We have Zac, we have Alistar, we have the tankiness, and we also have the damage from Kog'Maw and Cassiopeia.
So Team Singularity getting the composition to work, even though they should have had problems in the bottom lane, yet they overcome it because Vulcan is constantly roaming, trying to get those picks onto the other lanes, completely forgetting his AD carry. And now Nofer is 0-3, he has no items, no XP, and he's in a really big and bad position.
STY is just way too cautious right now. I wouldn't say it's way too cautious, he just has to play really carefully. He cannot farm the top lane, he has no vision. Baron is about to spawn in 1.5 minutes. Team Singularity might be going for some vision, so he's just paying some respect, waiting for the wave to come, and now he's farming that out.
Yeah, but we're seeing ZTY going for that aggressive build, while Renekton actually opts out, not going tanky. He's going for aggressive items as well, because they have the Zac, they have the Alistar constantly diving. So what Renekton wants to do is probably just one-shot someone, either Kalista or ZTY, or maybe Domas, you know, flashing on his face, trying to stun him for 1.5 seconds. It's going to be a really interesting next fight coming in. We're having Baron spawning in 40 seconds as well. Not quite sure what's the next dragon. That would be nice to see. Is it going to be worth the sacrifice, worth the time for any team to grab it? But
with that advantage that they're having, the Team Singularity, I think that they're just going for Baron straight away, because the 7,000 gold lead already, the lots of engages tools, so it's not going to be difficult for them to secure the vision. If they're gonna secure the vision, they can bait, they cannot just wait out his Baron, do a Baron dance, just a typical Baron dance situation right there.
And our Rakan is actually forced to go for the Sidestone, not finishing his Ardents, which would help Kalista quite a lot in this situation. So he's forced to go that casual items, let's say, like a regular support, like Alistar is going. And he's completely not using the sheer power of Ardent right now.
Yeah, exactly. And look at the armor that Alistar has. He can tank those turrets. He has the ultimate, he has the armor, and lots of HP comparing to Pulsas. Well, it looks really difficult. Not having Ardent, not having the engage tool.
Yeah.
And that's what is happening. 20 minutes into the game, they all already baiting the Nash. They're securing the wish. They have the pink wards, and STY is trying to do his best to force Kerberos 1v1. Actually doing a great job. Lots of damage going in on the Renekton. And Renekton still has his flash up. Now that is what is happening. They are baiting the Nash. They have no vision completely. And now Pulse is getting in trouble. Miasma is there under his feet. That's another kill for Croxen. Ultimate does not connect. Domas is probably forced to use his heal. He is healing in the fight. Divider is trying to shut down Croxen, but that's not going to be a successful tap. That's a double kill for Cassiopeia, and now they're surely going for Nash.
What happened? As I said, Divider just doesn't have the damage if his team is not there. Kalista is completely forced out of the fight. Doma's getting chunked. He cannot use his spells as well. Pulse is getting wrecked instantly. It's just a really tough situation for them there. They will have to force mid lane, but Singularity is gonna pick up the Baron just for free.
They cannot even take the mid lane turret tier 1 in the mid lane. Renekton is there with the Black Cleaver and timeout. He can just clear away with 1 Q in the timeout just immediately. So that game is looking really difficult. 10,000 disadvantage for Team Gameplay DNA. They have the wave clear, but as I mentioned before, the wave clear doesn't really matter when you're so behind.
Yeah, the 20 minutes in, 10,000 gold disadvantage. it's a very, very hard and crucial situation for ZTY and his rest of the team.
The only winning condition that I see, just getting some pink wards, getting some red trinkets, clearing the vision in their own jungle, trying to make some plays, trying to get some picks, as we saw. STY is providing some damage. Domus is going for straight needlessly rod and dancing in the mid lane as well, just keeping positive.
Positivity, guys. It's all about positivity.
It's all about not tilting, exactly.
But I think the only situation that Gameplay DNA could win if Team Singularity would make a lot of mistakes while diving. For example, aggro shifting, Matty getting the aggro, procs in, but now Divider is in trouble, but uses flag and drag and gets away. Yet again, losing his camps in the jungle.
Yes, Caesar is already one level ahead, has the farm advantage, and he's looking so tanky. Has the passive as well. The teleport is down for Kerberos, but doesn't really matter. They are grouping down in the bot lane. They could actually force the 5 versus 4 in this situation in the bot lane because, as I mentioned before, they have to keep track of the teleport. Renekton has no TP. They might be forcing something in the number advantage, but actually Caesar is the one that engages and wow, no fight, no finish already.
Yeah.
Forced the flash away, even though fight did not even begin.
As I said, Nomper just doesn't have enough items, doesn't have enough XP to fight in those heavy tanky fights, and Singularity just gets a free inhibitor out of that. Or are they? Actually, they're backing off, but no, Divider gets chunked a bit, and Caesar engaging from the side. It's a big fight gonna erupt. Caesar doesn't get anything into his ultimate and just pops up with his Aqualag back to his team.
Gets the free inhibitor on the bot side. Now they're going for the Fire Drake freely. Nobody is there to contest that. They're just picking up every objective on the map, whatever they want.
Now a Fire Drake. It's actually a Fire Drake, so it's way worth the time to invest to get this dragon. Actually, Kog'Maw is probably going to pick up. Not quite sure what is he going to go for. It's not Blood Armor.
Could be going for Guardian's Angel.
Is it a Guardian's Angel? Let's see. Really interested. What is he going to buy? Waiting for some gold.
Oh, yeah, it is. It is Guardian Angel.
So,
as I mentioned before, the only winning condition for Team Gameplay DNA is to shut down that Cassiopeia or Kog'Maw in the team fights, to pick them up really quickly or burst them down. But now Kog'Maw has the Guardian Angel, Cassiopeia has the Abyssal Mask. It's going to be so difficult because Victor has no magic penetration. He went for cooldown boots. It's just looking so rough.
And Matty knows if he survives, he wins the game. He has his tanky team, he has his Cassiopeia, finishing Void Staff already. 3 items, 24 minutes in. Kog'Maw has 3 items. Renekton getting that Cleaver, getting the Titanic Hydra. Plus Zac actually has a Warmog, so he's so tanky with that Cinderhulk. Let's remember, the Cinderhulk junglers didn't get nerfed in this patch yet.
So yeah, the players are playing on Tournament Realm, so it's 7-17 patch. The Cinderhulk still didn't get nerfed. And yeah, that's what we're seeing. They're just going for every turret that they want.
And look at Pulseless. He's so squishy compared to the rest of the Singularity's team. The only one that has enough tankiness is Divider, but now Domas is in trouble. He doesn't get ulted by the Zac, but what an engage from Shifter. Kerberos jumping into the mix. Now Croxen gets low by ZTY, but Domas is still engaging, and it's a problem from Singularity. Are they gonna pull through? They're diving too much. ZTY is still alive, still providing the damage. Kerberos is getting low, but it's just not quite enough from Team Gameplay DNA.
Even though the engage looked sloppy from Team Singularity, they still managed to pick up 4 players. They're going for top side inhibitor. ZTY is trying to get as much time as they can, but the score is 17-3. Xmati is melting down those Nexus turrets, and that's gonna be the game, surely. And yeah,
all games getting done in 25 minutes.
25 minutes, that's the magic number for all of the games. And the Team Singularity are the champions of 2017 GameOn League of Legends Championship.
What an amazing turn of events. Singularity picking up the first game easily, then dropping the second one, yet coming back, regrouping, banning out the cheese champions, banning out the champions that they want, picking up their team composition, making the Zac work, grabbing that Alistar, completely denying any possibility for DNA, and just wrecking in the finals.
Even though, as I talked to their coach, they were expecting best of 5, it shows up that they are able to adapt to the situation. Now the players are just shaking their hands, and that was a beautiful game, actually. Both teams were swinging back and forth. The first game, as you mentioned, Team Singularity demolished the Team Gameplay DNA, the exact opposite on the second game, and now we're seeing that Team Singularity are the champions.
What a fantastic turn of events.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, it looks like we have the new champions. So please, pick it up for the new champions, Team Singularity! The trophy is yours, boys. Pick it up.